Look who's waiting on me this morning. Good morning. She always gets jealous. Hi, yes, I already said good morning to you. Here's Panther waiting at the front door. Good morning, buddy. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, sometimes he takes the unicycle over to the cardboard.
Oh, I try to do it all the time. I wouldn't want to walk way over there.
Today we're headed to Whole Foods. It's time to get some serious groceries. We're out of more than just a thing or two. We're out of a bunch. When the boys' kefir water, just think sparkling lemon lime stuff runs out, he really wants me to get a farm order, so I'm doing that. The beauty berry is really working on making berries for winter. If we would have a harsh enough of a winter, some cold temperatures, the birds would eat the berries, but the last few years it's been so mild, they haven't cared about the berries as much. No mail?
No mail, no boxes, no packages.
Well, we did have a UPS delivery a few minutes ago, so there is that. I'm taking inventory, so I buy what we need and I don't buy what we don't need. So I was cooking Johnny's lunch and I may have caused a little bit of smoke in the house.
Yeah, just a little. Enough to set off the smoke, the nest.
Well, it actually did what it usually does, and it said that smoke detected, the alarm may sound. The alarm is loud, but then it doesn't normally actually do the alarm.
Right.
So that caused you to do what? Tell us your story, because you're griping at me, so you might as well tell them.
Yeah, well, I pulled up the Google Home app, expecting to see in the Google Home app something about the smoke alert, and I was going to be able to tell it to silence the alarm, because I can go up and push the button.
Right, Johnny normally climbs up there and pushes it for us if he's around. He did hop out of his room to come see what was up.
Right.
To offer assistance, but
so I pulled up the Google Home app and it doesn't even know what a Nest thing is. And so I said, well, that's strange. So I went out and started searching and found that Google bought Nest in January of 2014 and they still haven't integrated the two. Google and Nest are still two separate entities and they're not integrated yet. I mean, it's only been 6 years. I mean, it's like, so whenever you think that's full self-driving, which is probably the hardest software problem in the world, and Google's been working on it since like 2015, and Tesla's working on 2015. You got to give Elon a lot more credit, because Google's been working with Nest since 2014, and they haven't got the Nest smoke alarm to show up in the Home app yet. I mean, I have to install the Nest app to see my smoke alarm. Right,
and my response from the kitchen was that, you know, even the big behemoths, not just Tesla, but Amazon and Google, you know, I have trouble. Amazon and Ring, their integration is not as tight as I would like for it to be. And now, granted, they haven't owned Ring as long as Google's owned Nest, but still, I have my sneaking suspicion that just like we have all these little things with Tesla that we want them to integrate and do for us end users that would seem like low-hanging fruit that they could just do pretty quick, well, Google and Amazon ain't doing them real quick, ain't doing them either. So
that's right.
So apparently state educational officials are asking for $1 million for internet access. My perception in Wake County is that they have rolled buses out with hotspots, given out hotspots, giving out a lot of Lenovo Chromebooks, because, you know, Lenovo's in RTP. They're right down the road from us. And they've made really great strides in bridging the digital divide, okay? But I'm sure in some more rural areas in North Carolina it still exists. And I think here, by all means, give them $1 million and let's fix this internet access for kids, and let's fix this access to a Chromebook or a comparable computer for kids, that this could be actually something that comes out of the pandemic that's a positive, right? Kids need access to education and their peers. We need to bridge the digital divide. We need to make sure they stay caught up. So If they think they can do a lot with $1 million, I say go for it. That's just my personal take. Let's fix this internet access, computer access problem with education once and for all due to the pandemic.
According to the companies involved, SpaceX and Starlink, the satellites are part of a broadband program that covers now the northern part of the United States. That program will be available worldwide come October, and it should be available in North Carolina as well. That's something we'll keep an eye on. You can read more about this story on WRL.com.
Elon to the rescue!
Temporarily putting a stop.
So I hate to say this. I almost can't say it. But Don's going to rewire the electronics closet again.
Gonna do that again.
I really, really thought this last time we were done.
Yeah.
I've been joking with him that if I had known in advance that my clothes were going to have to share space with the electronics, that might have been a no-go. I'm just joking with him, though.
Yeah. Well,
there's a reason why it's back there.
right. So, I've ordered some stuff. These are little. It's got the screws, the mounting thing, and then the cable tie. This is for doing your cables. Okay. This is I'm probably not going to use this anytime soon, but this is actually little numbers, and you can come up with your own numbering scheme for your wires. This is more for electronic projects, not really for the closet. This is for various different things. They were 60 of them, and they're very inexpensive. I use these for holding
Velcro cable ties.
Velcro for doing up the cables and stuff. This is 11 sheets, 11 colors and 9 sheets, or 7. Anyway, so individual. These are cable labels. But I don't really label the cables per se. What I do is color code them. So the power pack, I'll stick this on the power pack. And then on the cable that plugs into the device, I put another cable.
Right.
And then in the actual device, I put that color. So the pink tie with the pink cable and some of them. So if I run out of, well, I've used all 9 or 11 colors. Okay, so I do a pink and a green. And a pink and a green.
Gotcha.
And a pink and a green.
That
and then
sounds
if that
cute.
doesn't do it, then I do 2 pinks, a green, a yellow, a blue, an orange. You know, you can color code this on that. So there's 850 stickers on all these sheets. So that should be enough, maybe, to do the cables in the closet.
This is a lifetime supply?
Lifetime supply. And I don't know what this is. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read. I don't remember what this is. But,
Here.
oh, yeah, here. Yeah, well,
When he says he doesn't have his glasses, I always hand him mine because, you know, mine don't usually leave my nose, so I don't have a problem with losing mine. Like some people.
Yeah, well, I know. We're just, you know, we're just a guy. These are kind of handy. This is for this is not for wiring the closet. But these little gizmos allow you to butt splice wires. You pick up this little orange tab and you stick a wire in this hole and you push it down and it clamps the wire, and then you do it over here. So it allows you to do a butt splice. But these are pretty handy because you can snap them together and you can do like butt splices for 2 wires, 4 wires, 8, ever how many. There's 50, so I can butt splice 50 wires.
Don and his craft supplies, I mean electronic supplies.
Again, this is not for wiring.
The closet.
That's for a couple.
Just so y'all know, when you select you can deliver my stuff late and give me $1.50 digital credit.
Yeah.
They deliver it in 2 days anyway. You really ought to click it unless you just can't risk it not coming sooner than later.
And then again, this is wiring combs. Again, this is for electronics. This is not for
The closet. Oops.
This is
See,
again,
the lid, it saved me. The water did not spill. I knocked it over, but it didn't spill. It saved me.
So it allows you to separate your wires and keep them nice and organized.
Cool.
That's so actually this is not all.
Well, there's a couple things carried out to the garage that came yesterday.
Right. But there's even that. I have some actual power cord things that hold will hold your power cords, take up the slack, and you can spin them around the thing. They're kind of like a little round plastic disc that lets you dress up your cables without just widen them up. So, because you know the cables are going to be too long, and I'm too lazy to cut the custom length power cords. I mean, you know, that's just too much work.
So this project is for the next weekend. Johnny is at his father's house because we can't take down the internet while Johnny's home.
That's right.
So probably that Saturday, that's going to be reorg the closet day.
That's right.
And it's going to go on the upper shelf in the closet. So it won't be behind my clothes anymore every time Don needs to futz with it. Oh, and by the way, when he needs to reset the cable modem or the router, I won't have to hear about him having to dig back in there past my pocketbook stash and my shirts in order to be able to power it off and then come back in a minute or two and power it back on. So
right. Well,
it'll get it above the clothes.
Right, I'm going to move everything up to the very tippy top of the closet.
Yeah.
And so there won't be anything, well, there'll be maybe a few wires running down, because the access to underneath the house and the cables that go through, plus the the
DVR is still going to stay where it is. That stuff's below my clothes. That's not really a problem.
But the hubs, the smart home hubs, the weather station, the gigabit router, there's the Wi-Fi access point, the power over Ethernet.
Yeah.
There's like, I'm going to say a dozen other little electronic devices that are in the closet that have nothing to do with the DVR itself. They're going to move up, so I can go up there and hopefully, without pulling our clothes out, I can work with them.
Yeah, because we better not be pulling my clothes out. Last time. I thought we did the last time 6 times ago.
That's right.
You know I'm just pulling your chain.
I know that.
Because I really appreciate you handling all of that electronic stuff for us. And sure as you know what, the internet dies, Don. Me or Johnny won. Donnie, Mr. Don, the internet's out.
Yeah, well, it does make you wonder. I haven't, you know, they've been building a lot of new homes in the Fuquay. We're not looking for a new home. This is it right here. But, what I would be interested in finding out is what type of connectivity smart home stuff are they doing? I mean, if you, these townhomes and stuff they're building up here, what if we walked up this, but we have an electric car? You know, because they haven't built, what options do we have during the buying process to maybe have conduit ran so that out by the, you know, we can plug our car in? Same thing with smart home. Are you going to run Ethernet cable from the upstairs to the downstairs? Are you going to have a little closet, like a cabinet here that you can open up, that's built into maybe an interior wall that has a hollow, you know, the interior walls are hollow.
Right.
And so you can run wires up and down through those hollow interior partition walls. And so if you had a nice little built-in like medicine cabinet like thing, you know, you could actually put some electronic stuff in there. Like, how do they do the television? Now we've all gone to flat screen.
Yeah, those little recessed openings they were putting up for a while to hold the big TVs. No,
what are
don't
they
need.
Doing? I bet they're still building homes exactly like they did in your grandma's time, your great granddaddy's time.
Well, for a while.
Here's the door, and there's the window, and that's all you get. They don't know. I don't think they know anything about that stuff. Now, if you go to some fancy custom builder, you know, stick-built type thing, then you can get what you want. But if you just go into one of these, I don't want to call them, what do they call them, factory homes? I don't think they have very
Cookie cutter.
Cookie cutter. I don't think they just do what they do, and that's, if you don't like it, go somewhere else and buy it.
Don and I are headed out to Whole Foods now. It's been quite a few weeks since I was in Whole Foods, I think. I don't know, maybe I ran in 2 weeks ago, but for like big shopping, it's been a while. Today is get the farm order big shopping. Woo, it's bright. Somehow we had not added Whole Foods Market Carry to our favorites, so not that we don't know how to get there, but we like seeing traffic issues and what time we'll get there and that kind of thing. So it's 14-mile, 28-minute drive. It's plenty busy out here this afternoon. It is Tuesday, right? Not Friday? Goodness. And it's only 3:30 in the afternoon, so you really couldn't call this rush hour traffic. Fuquay is just not the sleepy little town that it used to be. Pretty sky again. I'm stoked that it's not cloudy out there right now for our drive into Cary.
I know the story of your life through winter storms and summer skies. There was a time when you were young and free. So let's go back to the beaches where I always make you laugh, to the forest where we found a hidden path, to the summertime of 2005, when we were still alive, when we were still alive.
So Don was watching Rob Maurer this morning, and apparently there's some sort of a contest, a drawing to get to go to Battery Day, but you got to be a stockholder. So tell us a little bit about that, the fun you had this morning due to that.
Right. Last week Tesla announced a random drawing to attend in person the Battery Day and stockholder shareholder meeting, excuse me. And because of COVID-19, you just can't anybody come. You have to be win this drawing. Well, they gave instructions on Tesla in their letter, gave instructions on how you could do it. They were very explicit. The instructions were very lawyer-like, and none of the proxy material that I have received electronically, nor the proxy voting sites, nor my brokerage where or Robinhood or my brokerage account, none of that showed my name along with the date of record, which must be exactly July 31st, 2020. Any indication, I could not find a nice, concise thing that Tesla said you need to have, and you have to upload this thing. So I was like, huh. So I took one of my proxy voting sites and I said I want to vote in person, because they said they would mail me what I need to vote these shares in person. Now obviously it said, oh, by the way, we're going to throw away your vote, electronic vote, if you do this. And I said, no problem. I have 3 different control numbers, so I picked one of them. So some of my shares are not going to get voted. I don't care, because all you got to do, I just need one of these things. So I believe in the next few days I'm going to get a physical piece of paper that I can scan in and upload, that's going to have my name, that I was on record on the July 31st, and here's how many shares I can vote of Tesla stock. And so if that's the case, I believe that if I scan that and upload that and send it, I will be eligible for this drawing. I suspect there's going to be a lot of people who are kicked out of this drawing because they didn't, they're not lawyers, and they didn't read the fine print on that page.
But Don said the drawing is actually what, the day before or something?
Yeah. Well, they didn't exactly make it clear, at least, or I didn't quite understand. It's possible the proxy voting ends, at least on my brokerage and the Robinhood, was the 21st, and the shareholder meeting's on the 22nd, 5 p.m. on the 21st. And the shareholder meeting's the 22nd. Well, my God, if they hold the drawing and notify you on the 21st that you can attend the meeting on the 22nd, you basically have to be out in California waiting to be notified that you can attend. And I don't know that that's the case. Please, I don't know. But as legalistic as that other thing was, I got a feeling that's what's going to happen. I don't have a warm fuzzy about this. Not that I'm going to win the lottery, the drawing anyway, but I don't have a warm fuzzy. You know, if I was really interested, I would go out to the computer museum or whatever, get me a hotel, be there the night of the 21st, and you know, pray to God that there's one of those FedEx office or someplace that you could get, because I'm sure you're going to have a hard copy, you know, printed. You're going to have to print this invitation off, and they won't even accept it on your phone. I got a feeling you're going to have it notarized by 3 people. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I don't have a
Tesla has not been known to have a long lead time between you're invited and the actual event date for
That's
any
right.
of the reveals or anything. So
Right.
it's a little harder for folks worldwide or even on the East Coast US to get to these things versus the folks that are, say, Colorado West.
Well, if you're a big hedge fund manager,
you just
you
fly
jump
your
on your private jet. And that's, you know, probably how Elon would do it. But I'm not a big hedge fund investor, in buying a last minute plane ticket, and plus who wants to fly on a plane right now? You know, that's sort of, you know, crappy. Ideally, if I was pre-selected and I had
a week,
I'd probably drive out there.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. You and Kyle in the Model Y.
Right.
He's over at Pikes Peak having a lot of fun this week. So
That's right.
I like it. Cart's all nice and hot from the sunshine. I just love heirloom tomatoes. I have ribs and I have wings. Yum. Well, they're back to having hot bar food, but they have somebody serving it instead of serve yourself. Super cute chicken and an even cuter bear. Let's see, 3 underneath and 6 on top. So 9 total. It wasn't the largest order ever today. That's fine on top of there. Thank you, Donnie. You know, I like filming segments in Jules with that pretty sky up there. That's you know, there's more sky behind me in Jules than there is in Ruby because we don't have the center section where the doors come together. But anyway, shopping trip today at Whole Foods went okay. They had everything I needed. I got to see my favorite cashier, Clarissa. It was more crowded than I wanted it to be. It just, you know, even if it wasn't the pandemic, there was more people in there that I would have wanted to share the store with. So, but I guess it's good. People are out spending money and shopping and getting what they need. Let's see. The guy at the meat counter wasn't in quite as good a mood as he normally is. I didn't take it personal. I don't think it had anything to do with me. I think they just had one guy back there and he probably needed a second guy back there. But sometimes though, late afternoon, the one guy's in the back cleaning. You know, they have to scrub all of that equipment down at the end of the day. So I don't know, but he got me everything I needed. Like I said, I was able to come away with everything that I wanted today. They have reopened the buffet bar, but you have to have somebody serve you. So they'll make your salad for you or they'll serve up whatever hot foods are on the bar. So it's still really not a place to eat it in there like normally there would have been, but you can get, there are some hot foods again. A couple nice guys helped me back by the cream. It was all gone from the front and I was gonna have to climb up. You know how that is sometimes to reach way in the back for the cream, but these tall guys, they came over, the guys that work for the store, and I told them what I needed and they reached up there for me, so that was good. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's over. I shouldn't need anything for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. You know, as we've gotten away from the onset of the pandemic where we were super careful and only went one place a month, period. You know, now if I need something, I'm just gonna rush, go over to Walmart or Harris Teeter. Somebody pulled right out in front of Dawn and the car slowed and it was fine, but they really shouldn't have done that. That was not good driving there. So yeah, I'm glad it's over for a little bit. Got what I needed, and it's just now 5-ish, so I think I was in there for 90 minutes again. Yeah. So I signed Dawn up for Google Opinion Rewards a few days ago because I've been doing it for over a year. I like to tell myself that the couple of bucks a week I earn answering surveys I put towards my Pokemon Go coins, and then we're all even. Hello, Tesla. That was on our left there, silver. But I just got smart and said, you know, I really ought to sign Don up too. So Don had the most interesting survey today, and he earned $1 for honest answers to a survey. They wanted to know all about his podcast experience. How often does he listen? Is the Joe Rogan show, Electrek, Autoline After Hours, and what was the other one? Epstein. And then there was the Tesla show. The Tesla show. Yeah. Anyway, there were 6 of them, and they wanted to know if that was a good recommendations for him, and were any of them off-putting, and if so, why? And anyway, I typed in what Don wanted to say and helped him submit that, because, you know, it is my job to manage them for him and make sure he sees them within the allotted time and answers them. But he's answering them honestly, because, you know, that's part, when you sign up, you basically promise to do that. But anyway, that was kind of interesting. I'll never be asked. Well, they should ask me about my Audible listening. I mean, I haven't been doing it as much non-pandemic, but they don't seem, you know, that, I guess that's an Amazon thing, so they don't care what audiobooks you listen to. But podcasts and the Google Podcast Player, whatever, they care about that. So sometimes if you map places on Google Maps, it'll ask you questions about how good was the recommendation list, how hard did you have to work for the place that you wanted to go. If we're near Home Depot, it asks us, did we buy anything, and if so, how did we pay for it? It's but Don's been getting some more interesting ones than me, so that's pretty cool.
Wow, I'm a lucky boy. Clams.
In a butter wine sauce.
It's really good.